Warning, we are about to spoil the second Lone Wolf and Cub film. If you haven't seen the movie and plan on watching it, leave now and come back later. But if you have seen the movie, or honestly don't care, then please, stick around.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the shortest episode of Cinema Roulette!
We enjoyed the movie, it was alright. There were some people who died. Anyway, bye!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette! Today, we are, doing stuff.
We're back to where we started.
Right back to where we started when we first spanned the series wheel. And yep, if you've been paying attention to our episode runtime, which hopefully you have, that is Lone Wolf and Cub.
2.
Okay, so right off the bat, me and Justin are a little worried about this episode because the first one did have a little bit more plot stuff. We were actually able to talk about why, it was a cool movie and why the series in general is good. The second one just more kind of goes for all out action and a really simple plot. So we're kind of afraid that this is going to be a really fucking short episode.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of half awake while we were watching this, and I followed it just fine.
Yeah.
Which sometimes that could mean your writing is very good. Other times that means your movie is horribly simple.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with a simple plot, because, it more goes for action. The action is fucking fantastic. So, where do we start with this?
Do you want me to do a synopsis? It ain't taking long.
It'll take like a few minutes. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Lone Wolf and Cub are back on their adventures. And a bunch of people are like, hey, call for their services. And Lone Wolf and Cub show up. They say, hey, some people are stealing our indigo dye, because indigo dye is actually very hard to find back in these days. And the Lone Wolf says, yeah, if you pay a normal price, I'll take care of the people trying to rob you. Okay, cool. But also, in a distant land that isn't really that far because the Lone Wolf crosses its path, there's a dude who was friends with the guys we killed in the first movie. Cameron, are you trying to talk?
Nope.
Okay, because I keep seeing your thing turn green, which is bugging the shit. I'm like, oh fuck,
Sorry.
is he saying like he can't hear me?
No, that's probably feedback from the recording.
Okay. A dude who is friends with people who died in the first movie goes to Lady Assassins and is like, yo, can you kill this guy? He's like super good. And the Lady Assassin says, oh, he can't be that good. But he's like super good. No, we got this. So then they try to kill him. It doesn't go well, and he kills basically all of them except the head leader. For reasons.
Well, no, he tries to kill the head leader, but she runs away. So.
Oh yeah, she ran away.
She just, popped out of her clothes like you do.
Exactly. They need to stay warm. Also, the people who are trying to steal the indigo are a bunch of killer monks, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or what they call them in the movie, I'm forgetting.
Death monks, I think.
Death monks, yeah,
Oh,
fucking
yes.
metal.
Like one of them uses a bear claw. One of them has iron fists. And what does the other one use? Mace. Just straight up whacks people in the head with it.
Oh yeah, he has a. Damn, I'd make a thrilling intent joke, but there's no way you'd get it.
Is it later?
Oh, it's super later. It's in in the 80th episode or something.
Jesus.
It's a weapon called a whip ass.
Nice.
Just a mace on the end of a whip.
That's beautiful.
But anyway, he runs into the monks on a boat. They try to burn the boat, but he still escapes. But Lone Wolf and Cub still escape. They head to a desert. They come across the monks. He kills the monks because he's super cool like that. He sees the assassin lady, and she's kind of like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna kill you." He goes, "Cool," and then the movie ends.
Yeah, because the monks were guarding the transport to put a person in power and, steal the indigo. So, yeah, that's Lone Wolf and Cub
that's
2.
the movie.
Like you said, much, much more heavily action focused than the first movie, and dear God, is it beautiful.
I don't know how to feel.
Why is that?
Because I'm fine with movies where it's like the action is more than they focus more on action than story.
Uh-huh.
But I like something to be there.
Yeah. Well, there still was something there. It's just, nothing really. It was more just like kill all these people and then you'll resolve the issue.
Yeah, it was just like, well, there's like no real stakes for Lone Wolf or Cub other than don't die.
Other than the part where like they kidnap the cub. So.
Oh yeah, they did. They did kidnap the cub. I just completely forgot.
Jesus, you were tired when you watched that, weren't you?
I was. I also Oh yeah, because the lone wolf is all beat to shit and he passes out.
He passes out in the barn, and then like the one dude's like, "We should kidnap his cub," and she's like, "I don't want to do that. That's dirty." And he's like, "Well, frankly, all your assassins are fucking dead, and all my men are dead, so."
So we're gonna do it anyway, and then that pisses off Mama Raptor and comes back for her baby.
Yeah, in a really badass scene, he like pulls him out of there, and like the whole time he's just staring the lady down because like he's killed everyone else, and she's just standing there like with her hand on her hilt. He's just like, "Go ahead, do it,
do it, bitch."
Yeah,
try me.
But yeah, I'm honestly fine with that. It's a very simple plot, but it's just the action is just so fucking good and visceral that it's beautiful. God, this is something. The gore, you could definitely tell that like the budget had increased from the first movie.
Yeah. Oh, like the fucking just the opening kills are awesome, especially when he splits a dude's head in half.
Yeah, at the ending. So. Like, he pulls a sword down and the head, like, falls apart from a lower angle. It was rad as fuck.
It just shoots out a fountain of paint.
Yeah, oh, dude, the gore is great. Yeah, and there's another really...
I'm not even gonna call it fake blood. It's clearly paint.
No, it's not fake blood. Like, it's it almost looks like pinkish at times. Like, it's red, but it's, like, a very light red. And there's a really cool, really famous effect where, like, the monk with the bear claws, like, just sticks it in the sand and just blood starts splurting out because there's a guy there.
Yeah, because there was, like, an army waiting to ambush them, but they figured out at first and started stabbing into the sand, which is kind of fucked.
Yeah. And then, like, pulled the guys out, and, like, the bear claws were, like, in the guy's head, and he just pulls them out and just throws them aside. It's cool as hell. And, like, you gotta think, too, because these were around in the 70s. Since we're low on things to talk about, I'll reiterate a story. Because the reason I found out about this whole series in the first place is because of a gentleman named Glenn Erickson, also known as Cinesavant. He used to be DVD Savant, but now he's Cinesavant. And he did a review on the old Blu-ray that came out. And like he said that he actually, because he was back in the 70s, he was in film school at UCLA. And like I guess like they're going to show it, and he was tasked with getting copies of the films or something. Or I think it was the first two films. And so he went to trying to think here. He went to the shop that had imports, and I think it was literally run by like a Japanese person, and he secured them. And he in the review, he was like, "We screened them, and I just stood there with my mouth agape at the ridiculous amount of violence that was on display."
It is impressive.
Yeah.
Like, for the time and clearly the budget, it's really fucking good.
Yeah. Like, this and Lay Snowblood were probably some of the most violent samurai movies ever made at the time. So...
I still need to watch the second Lady Snowblood. I've seen the first.
So do I, yeah. I own the Blu-ray from Criterion.
I used to have a Criterion subscription, but on this day of recording, it has ended.
I would say, is it officially tonight? Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I think it's already over.
Gotcha. But yeah, Criterion has released both Lady Snowblood and Lone Wolf and Cub, so definitely pick those up if you get the chance.
Especially during Criterion sales. Those seem to happen like monthly almost.
Yeah, actually. But yeah, like it's so impressive, the amount of gore, and the cinematography is honestly really pretty as well.
God, I feel bad right now.
Why? What's going on?
Just like, I'm trying to think of what to say, but there's like, this is a movie where it's less than 90 minutes. If you have time to kill and you really do not want to handle anything that's heavy or deep or challenging, this is a perfect film.
Just throw it on and just enjoy. It's a perfect film to sit back and just enjoy.
Or, like, I don't mean this in a bad way. It can be a background movie. Like, if you're working on something and you need noise in the background, this is one of those films you can have on and then, like, occasionally look over, see something cool, and be like, yeah, and then get back to work.
I wouldn't say that, but okay.
Like, what...
I don't watch movies as background noise. I just find that very strange. So,
I never been like having to. Well, that was more for Photoshop or something, like doing digital media stuff. I like turn on a movie that I know or something simple and have that on the background.
well, I'm saying if you've already seen it, then yes. But I'm just saying, like, first time through, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, not first time through. I'm saying it's one of those movies that is good for that.
Okay.
After,
You had.
I should specify after
that.
you
yes.
watch it.
Yes. That's why I was confused. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're on the same.
No,
page.
don't ever think you've watched a movie if you're half watching it while doing something else.
That's not watching a movie. Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, I was saying the cinematography was honestly really gorgeous, and parts of the movie honestly play out surprisingly modern. Like, they look very modern. Like, the scene where he, like, jumps off the ship, like, he pole vaults off it in slow motion was cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
And, like, that just, it looked like something that would be shot nowadays. I'm like, that is just so impressive. Like, the slow-mo is actually really good, honestly. Probably better than the first movie.
And cinematography-wise, all those shots in the desert at the end are so cool.
Hell yeah. And we looked it up. Yes, there is a desert in Japan, so don't worry.
Who knew? I do also love the end where it's like the target tries to explain himself or tries to kind of beg for mercy, and Lone Wolf is just like, nah, slice.
Yeah, exactly. I think he said something like, yeah, my apologies, and just kills him. Because that was the job. And honestly, yeah, like we said in the review of the first movie, the character of Lone Wolf is just so cool.
He is. He's like the definition of silent badass.
Yeah, definitely. You can absolutely see how these old samurai movies influenced westerns. So,
I think the only real development with his character is he seems to be gay along with his son a bit more.
yeah, that's about it.
I do love how the kid is learning to be a badass. Like, he hits the cart so that way in one of the opening fight scenes, he hits the cart so that way the spinning blades on the wheels pop out.
That was more halfway through the movie, but all right.
Was it?
I think so. That was well after the opening, but but yeah, he like hits the button. There's another one though, more closer to the opening, where he hits a button and stabs a guy, where he's like in a struggle with Lone Wolf, I think. So.
Oh yeah, the dude is trying to mug him or whatnot.
Yeah, and he just like hits a button. But yeah, later on he hits something on the cart and like blades spin out like Ben-Hur style, and they like chop off some guy's legs. That fight.
I also
what?
No, you can. Go.
I'm just saying that fight got real bizarrely art house for no reason. I think we were like you said, they must have ran out of budget and just played some like montage shots over it of them jumping around in slow motion.
Oh yeah, that was
Just got
Just-
oddly artsy.
oh fuck, the budget's out. Dead.
Yeah. What you were saying?
I also love how the lady the lady assassins had such a shit plan.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, we'll be on the main roads as street performers, and then when the Lone Wolf and Cub come up, we'll attack them.
we'll hypnotize them by like jumping around because it like does that thing where it's like showing the patterns. It like constantly zooms in and out of his face, and then they try to attack.
Yeah, where they're trying to what's the word?
Hypnotize.
No, it's not really kind of fluster his senses.
Overload his senses in a way.
Yeah, overload his senses. I'm looking for a different word, but I can't find it.
I think I know what you mean, but yeah. Comment below if you know the word.
Look up on thesaurus.com what word I am looking for.
And then they try to attack him, but he's such a badass that he just kills them anyway. It's like, yeah, what did you think would happen? He's not gonna fall for that.
And then all the people watching the street performers just stand there like, okay.
Is that it? Like, can we get our money back?
Oops.
That was like half the show.
Do you think they were scumbags enough to get their money back?
I have no idea, man. That's the funny thing. You kind of don't know, and you're just left. I mean, they didn't bat an eye when two of the female performers were just like not gunned down, but like chopped into bits in front of their eyes.
Wow, what a great magic show.
Hey, the magicians aren't moving. Hey,
Wow, they sure did stuff a lot of fake blood in there.
I mean, like, whew, that's a lot of blood.
How long are they going to keep this act up?
I mean, is there a hose or something? But yeah, honestly, it's a great action movie. I don't know, man. I'm running low on things to say at the moment.
Yeah, this is one of those movies. It's like such a 6 out of 10 film.
Really? That low? I'd give it a 7 personally, but
I think I need a bit more substance in order to give it a 7, honestly.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The action sustained enough for me, so personally, I'd give it a 7. But yeah, hey, yeah, that's why this show is here, to express our opinions.
Yeah. What are we even at time-wise? Because we had 10 minutes of talk, jibber jabber that's going to be cut.
Jibber jabber. We're almost at 30. We're at 29:41.
Okay, so we have a 20-minute... Okay, if this is a 20-minute episode, we'll have some other episode also
Yes.
up for today.
Yes.
It will either be a topic wheel or a dealer's bet. We'll see.
We'll give you guys something because there really isn't much else to say about this movie. Just in conclusion, it's a fine action movie. It still really holds up. So
Did we mention what we're going to do with Die Hard?
no, we did not. So let's say that since we're wrapped up here, basically, we're sorry, guys.
Yeah. We also fear that we'll do this for the first Die Hard. Not that there isn't enough a bunch of stuff that goes on in the first Die Hard, but everyone said it already.
It's one of those movies that everyone has already talked about to death. There's nothing else we can really add, so we're probably just gonna say this is what we liked. Yeah, it's a great movie. They'll probably take all 5 minutes, and then we'll review Die Hard 2. Yeah.
Yeah, because we do have Die Hard on the series wheel, and that was mainly to talk about the sequels to Die Hard, since the first one heavily overshadows those. So it'll be kind of fun.
At least the first 4.
What do you mean? There were only 4. We don't have any others to cover, do we?
God, you're right.
If Mission Impossible and Lupin didn't keep getting sequels, we totally would have not watched Die Hard 5.
Oh, absolutely.
because it was like I'd like to say the series wheel was like an even 100 movies, and then more decided to come out, and it was like, fuck, okay, I guess we have to if we're already breaking the 100, then there's no reason not to, or then our own self-torture.
Yeah, that's basically it. So yeah,
that's why we're watching the poopy ones.
Yeah, we have, because I mean it is a series wheel, and we're watching the whole series. So yes, for Die Hard that means Die Hard 5. For Men in Black that means Men in Black 2.
We're not doing Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I don't care.
For Alien that means Resurrection, Covenant, and I'm forgetting one.
Prometheus.
I liked Prometheus, but 3 debatably, I think.
We're watching a director's cut, so it shouldn't be too bad.
I still, even the theatrical cut, I honestly thought was fine. It's just, the opening was so insulting, but we'll get to that when we review it.
And we might do both AVP movies. We're still debating on that one.
That's what I was thinking of, yeah. Because I was talking to one of my coworkers about it the other day. It's like, yeah, the first 2 are fucking classics. Third and Prometheus are and then Resurrection, Covenant, and Alien vs. Predator 2 were just absolute dog shit.
At least Resurrection will be fun bad.
Yeah, it has Brad Dourif in it, so I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a dude fighting aliens with dual-wield pistols. That's rad as fuck.
Right? Yeah, Brad Dourif is the scientist is fucking funny. Oh my god. But yeah, that was that, ladies and gentlemen. So we're so one more question. So for Die Hard, since we're doing the first 2 movies, does that mean we're counting those as one episode, or does that mean we're only spinning it 3 times afterward instead of 4?
That will be one episode. It would be unfair. I mean, we have over 100 movies to get through on the wheel.
Yeah.
I don't think covering 2 in one episode will be that bad.
No. Yeah. All right.
We're not exactly cheating the audience.
No. So yeah, again, we're sorry this episode's so short, but I think we're out of things to say. So
we are. This is a very simple movie. Honestly, just you can probably find it wherever and watch it.
Yeah. So,
it's less than 90 minutes.
Yeah. I would recommend it back to back with the first one if you're in the mood for longer experience. But
yeah, that's probably why Shogun Assassins mix both movies, honestly.
Exactly, because for those who don't know, in 1980, I think it was one of Roger Corman's group, to make a quick buck, decided to combine the first 2 movies and then dub it and release it and make money off of it.
Yeah, make a Power Rangers version of Lone Wolf and Cub.
Except take out all the original footage, and it's just a recut of the first 2 movies. So, yeah.
Okay. Also, just a reminder, we are jumping back to the original Wheel 2 now, since we've done 4 movies from the series Wheel.
Oh, yeah. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, no, there is further ado. I have to hit the record button. I have to click back to the thing.
God damn it.
And then I'm hovering over the center of the circle.
Oh, you know, like you do.
And then I must spin. Okay.
Ooh, what do we get?
It was on the line between 2 movies, which I would have been happy to watch either.
Okay.
It's John Woo's The Killer.
Oh, yes. All right.
So, you thought this movie had a lot of action. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Let's jump ship to John fucking Woo.
It was right on the edge of getting Cabaret, which I was also excited to watch.
Yeah, both really good options. So, yeah, stay tuned for The Killer, ladies and gentlemen. Was that like his first movie?
I forget if that's... I know that's his first movie that became big. Yeah. I don't know if that was his first
Because I know that one came out before Hard Boiled. I think it was like 89, I think.
Yeah, because I think it still has Tequila in it. Or it has the actor who plays...
Well, yeah, it has the same actor who played Tequila. He's named something else, so...
yeah, I'm excited to rewatch this one. It's fun.
Yes. All right, so stay tuned for that, and yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah, so stay tuned for whatever, hopefully a second episode we're releasing today.
We're sorry, guys.
We really are.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.